I see a nice big victory in that game. I see at least a 12 to 15 point win, possibly more.
Bro, bet it up.
You bet it up.
Bet it up.
What we doing?
I feel like if you lose, you got.
So if I win, you got to drink it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But they got
12 to 15.
You said 12 to 15, right?
12 to 15.
That's my spread.
Plus.
That's my spread.
At least 12-point spread.
All right, bet. That's easy. That's easy.
Sounds good. Oh, do you want to take a win-loss on that then?
Y'all don't want to miss the next episode. Y'all don't want to miss it because I got to drink this shit.
I got the belly of a champion, baby. I ain't worried about none of that, but we coming to win.
Look.
You are watching Unpopular Opinion.
What's up, everybody? This your boy AB, and you are now listening to the Unpopular Opinion Sports Podcast. I am your host, AB.
And this your boy, Pap.
And we got another episode on the way for y'all, man. We got a few topics. Actually, we're just going to talk about some NBA offseason stuff. Preseason is coming around, was basically already started, and we're excited, man. I'm excited about the NBA season. Like, I think it's going to be a great season, just like I thought last season was going to be a great season. And it was, and we're going to talk about some NBA offseason stuff. So, big moves. We're going to talk about, like, some projections for how we think the season is going to go, what teams to watch, and what teams we think are going to fall a little bit. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. Pat, what's up?
What's going on with you?
Chilling, man, chilling. So, let's go ahead and get into the first topic. The first thing I want to ask is, let's talk about the first couple games starting the regular season, or the first game to start the regular season. The first two. It'll be the Suns and the Warriors for the late night game, and then it's going to be the Nuggets and the Lakers, two West Coast teams to start the bat on the first day for the NBA season. Lakers, Nuggets. Let's talk about that game first.
So I'll just come out and say I do like all four of these teams playing early. Go ahead and get it out of the way because these are some potential playoff matchups. Lakers and the Nuggets. I mean, the Nuggets just swept the Lakers in the NBA in the conference finals last year. So the Lakers are upset. The Lakers are hungry. They're going to have to come back. They made some great offseason acquisitions. I mean, they filled all the holes they needed. You got guys like Gabe Vincent. The Lakers are moving in the right direction. And I like how LeBron said this is Anthony Davis's team. He's been saying that for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But, I feel like he's really trying to, motivate Anthony Davis because he's not the same guy that he was when he was in New Orleans. But he still has that capability. Yep. So maybe LeBron feels like if I push him a little harder, then that'll get us to where we need to be as a unit. Because the Lakers will go nowhere without Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Regardless how you look at it, LeBron is getting up in age. He has to get it done. The Nuggets, they didn't really make a lot of off-season acquisitions and movements, but why would you when you were coming off a championship, especially as dominant as they played through the playoffs?
Right.
I mean, it was really never a point in time in any series they played in through the playoffs where you were really worried, are the Warriors going to lose? I mean, not the Warriors. Are the Nuggets going to lose? Jokic had it in control. Jamal Murray played well. They did lose Bruce Brown, if I'm not mistaken. Bruce Brown got up out of there.
Yep.
But I mean, he was a key piece. But you can find another spark plug.
I think they have a replacement in Bron. Actually, I think Bron is going to be a good replacement.
Yeah, he may play well for them. Yep. So I do see them coming out well. But I mean, we all know how I'm feeling. Suns in 4. That's what we doing. Championship year. It's up.
I don't know why you looked at the camera just now like you really meant that, but
from the bottom of my heart.
But so this is what I'll say about the Lakers and the Nuggets. So we know how they lost in the playoffs, a sweep. Doesn't look good, but every game was close. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they were getting killed. I think it's a more competitive series than it would have been a more competitive series than we think. This come around if they do see each other in the playoffs again. And I'm actually going to take the Lakers in game 1. I think the Lakers are going to be motivated, seeing the Nuggets receive their rings and things like that. The Lakers feel like they should be in that position. And I think Anthony Davis is coming into the season more motivated. I like what I'm seeing so far, you know what I'm saying, in terms of his attitude. You're not hearing about any lingering injuries. Remember last offseason, he said he didn't really practice much. He didn't really put in any work. There was talks about that. So you don't hear that this time. So I think he's turning it around. I think he's getting it together. I think he's growing up, you know what I'm saying, maturing. So I'm going to actually take the Lakers in that first game. But the Nuggets are nothing to sleep on, man. Jokic is a beast. He's so unassuming, man. Like, they asked him about coming in his first day on media day, and he's just like, they asked him, is he happy to be here? And he's just like, he doesn't seem like he want to be.
Hello, welcome back.
But we know that he is motivated, you know what I mean? We know that he's cut down a lot of weight. He's extended his career probably a lot by doing that. And being the best version of himself, you know what I'm saying? He just want to be back at home. But you know, I think it's gonna be a great way to kick off the season with the Nuggets and the Lakers. But I'm taking the Lakers in that one. What about the Suns and the Warriors? That game is right after 2 big games to start off the season. What do you think about that game?
I don't even know why you asked me about that, because you know how we feeling. So there's a whole lot of bad blood in that game. I'm so excited to watch this game happen because Chris Paul, right? He's now a Warrior. He hit his first shot as a Warrior against the Lakers in a preseason game. Off a nice little pick and roll from Kevon Looney. And he hit the little mid-range bread and butter like he always do. That's Chris Paul's go-to game. We know he's going to knock that shot down time after time again, more often than not. But there's also KD with his bad blood. He still doesn't like the fact that he has not won a ring since leaving Golden State, because they've won a ring. He hasn't. And so now he's probably still thinking in the back of his head about what Draymond told him. We don't need you. We won without you. We going to win without you after you leave. It's probably still on his head. So KD is coming to ball out this year. Bradley Beal coming to the team is going to make a huge difference. They also made a couple big pieces. The trade of Kamara, however you pronounce his name, he played really well in the Summer League this year. So I thought the Suns were going to bring him in as a nice piece, because he had a couple games where he got really hot in the Summer League. We also had Hunter Hale, if I'm not mistaken, was his name. So it's a couple guys, but they used him as trade bait, which is smart. While he's hot, use him as trade bait, get what you need in return. And he was a part of that Bradley Beal. Or no, he was a part of that getting DeAndre Ayton up out of there, which, thank you, Matt Ashiba and Frank Vogel, for getting DeAndre Ayton out of Phoenix. Thank you. But, yeah, so, I mean, I just feel like the Phoenix Suns are going to have a really good year this year. As long as health stays on their side, I see a championship coming out of this, because Devin Booker is going to develop himself as a point guard. He's not going to turn the ball over as much as he has in prior years when he's played the point guard position, because, 1, he learned from Chris Paul, and 2, every time Chris Paul was out, he was the guy that stepped up, so he's ready to step into that role. And I just see the Suns having a really good season, and the Warriors are not ready. It's over. The Warriors' run is over. The Suns are up next. It's coming right now. Game 1. They showing what's coming. I see a nice big victory in that game. I see at least a 12 to 15 point win, possibly more.
In Golden State?
In Golden State.
Let's do it right now. This is the time. We've been waiting on this, and we've been talking about it off camera. Bet it up.
You bet it up.
Bet it up.
What we doing?
I feel like if you lose, you gotta drink hot sauce and milk.
Yeah, hot sauce and milk?
Yeah,
you had the crown and milk. This man gonna give me the hot sauce.
Hot sauce and milk.
All right, so if I win, you gotta drink it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But they got
12 to 15?
You said 12 to 15, right?
12 to 15.
That's my spread.
Plus.
That's my spread.
At least 12-point spread.
All right, bet. That's easy. That's easy. Because they gonna
Steph
actually
like
win
no
that
beans.
game. They're actually gonna win that game. It's in Golden State.
Sounds
So
good. Oh, do you want to take a win-loss on that, then?
Y'all don't want to miss the next episode. Y'all don't want to miss it because I got to drink this shit.
I got the belly of a champion, baby. I ain't worried about none of that, but we coming to win.
Look, well, let me get my take. So this is the thing with the Warriors so the Warriors obviously got Chris Paul. They basically, took y'all point guard. Y'all did get Ayton up out of there, which I think will help. Bradley Beal, big piece. I really like that for the Suns. Is Booker gonna run the point? I think Booker's gonna run the point.
He's gonna have to.
So it's gonna be interesting seeing how he develops as a point scorer. You know what I mean? Like having the responsibility of doing both, because he didn't have to do that when Chris Paul was there. So I think that is going to be interesting. I don't think Golden State will have Draymond Green that game, but I still feel confident that they're going to at least make the spread.
He got a tweaked ankle or something?
He got a tweaked ankle, so he'll be out for a while. But Jonathan Kuminga, he's really been showing some promise, especially from last year. This offseason, they've been saying that he's been in the gym crazy. I think he's set for a big year, man. I think he's going to have a big game against the Suns, actually. They just finished the game in preseason. He had over 20 points in close, 25 minutes or something like that.
24 and 25 minutes.
Yeah, so
8 rebounds, 4 assists.
Balling. So, I think Jonathan Kuminga is going to be huge for them. And Chris Paul obviously going to be huge for Kuminga. I am riding that train that's going to help his development. And they have chemistry now. They had the chemistry pools no longer there. They don't have to worry about that. So it's going to be a good game though. I'm excited. So let's move into the next topic. So who do you think will be dropping this year? Like, who do you think from last year, like, they'll drop a little bit from last year?
So I saw Mike Brown posted a comment saying that he feels like the Kings are going to take an extra step forward and they're not going to regress this year. But I don't really know because the Kings didn't really make any moves in the offseason that, like, set me off. When you see the way that they lost, granted the Warriors are a great team. Any team that has Steph, I mean, the man's going to do what Steph does. He's the greatest shooter we've ever seen. And I just don't see them being able to come across like the way that the league has turned around in the last few years and shifted. I mean, not the last few years, but the last couple months and shifted. Without them making those moves, I don't see a lot coming from there. I mean, even with the Suns, I hate to keep talking about them, but I love them. I love what they've done. Yusuf Nurkic is going to make a big change because DeAndre Ayton was weak down low. Yusuf Nurkic, if he can stay healthy, which has been his problem his whole career, is health. But if he can stay healthy, him guarding us Sabonis, you know what I'm saying? Sabonis isn't going to be able to do what he does. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is who he is, and, like, they got guys, but, like, I just don't see the Kings really being a contender yet. Like, a playoff team, yes. But a contender, I put them in, like, the Cavaliers in the same category. Like, they have potential, but they don't really have what it takes to take that next step. So, like, that's one point I saw.
Okay. So the question was who will fall or who will rise up?
Yeah, that was my regression.
Okay, the team that'll fall down a little bit. Okay.
The Kings. I feel like, I mean, even if they stay in the same point, they're not getting better.
I'll make a quick comment about that. Quick comment. I do think that the Kings will, like, stay and hover around the same area. They might be a 4 seed or a 3 seed this year. I could definitely see because they're still a very young team. They're super young. So I think they're going to come back way more motivated from taking Golden State to 7. They feel like they should have won that series. Mm-hmm. So I think they're going to come back way more hungry this year. With Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, and Keegan Murray. I think that's his name, Keegan Murray. Mm-hmm. I think he's really going to be a really nice player for them.
He played really well last year.
He did.
Amazing.
And, Mitchell as well, Davion Mitchell. He's a defensive animal, so I really like what they're building over there. I kind of disagree with you on that one. I think who will regress from last year, I think it'll be Miami. I think Miami's going to take a slip. I don't know. I think they'll make the playoffs because they always do. Even like last year, they were 8th seed. So, I don't know. Like, I think Cleveland will slip. I think Cleveland will slip a bit in the East. Yeah, those are my picks. I think, but with Cleveland, they have a lot of talent there. They have a ton of talent. They just got Max Strus, you know what I'm saying, in the sign and trade. I just think that they have great coaching as well. So we'll see. I could be wrong about that, but they got Karis LeVert there as well. He's a elite scorer, coming off the bench. Mitchell, and they have Allen. They have a lot of talent. Yeah, Mobley.
Garland.
They have a lot of talent, but I think they're going to slip a little bit. And my other pick was because I see a lot of good teams that could jump this year, that could really improve.
I'll give you a sleeper.
Okay.
I won't say that it's guaranteed this year, but within the next couple years, I see Monty Williams turning around that Detroit Pistons team. Because Monty Williams is a great coach. DeAndre Ayton got him fired out of Phoenix, being a big baby. But Monty Williams is an amazing coach, and he gets his guys, he rallies his guys behind him, and they believe in the stuff that he's selling. If your team believes in the stuff that the coach is selling, normally that leads to a little more progression, and that's what Detroit's been lacking. No one believes that they can really win, no matter who they bring in, no matter what they do. No one's ever able to actually help them win. So with a coach like that, I see them progressing. They may not make a giant leap this year, but within the next 3 years, I do see the Detroit Pistons actually doing something. Not contending, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to jump out on that crazy limb. But I do see them coming out and being a completely different team. And Cade Cunningham is going to show, him and Jaden Ivey and those guys out there in Detroit, they are going to show that they have talent and they have the ability to win, especially in the East with what I see was the Celtics. I mean, the Celtics may regress a little bit this year. Porzingis, I just don't believe in him anymore. He's not been the same guy since he's left New York. Al Horford's almost 50 years old. Father Time, you know what I'm saying?
He up there. He's still shooting them threes, though.
Shooting threes, but they need a post presence, man. And they still need a point guard. They got rid of Malcolm Brogdon. But so are we still leaving Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum to bring the ball up in
Well, now they got
moments?
Drew Holiday. So Drew can actually run the point. Drew, you don't believe in Drew?
Drew is ready to retire. My man has already been talking about retiring when his contract is up. He's just trying to get money at this point. They got rid of him out of the Bucks. He knows he's not winning a championship with the Celtics. And that man is just, he's on his last leg right now. Like, I guarantee you, Drew Holiday is not going to be out there going crazy and dropping 20 points and 7 assists a game.
I don't know, man. I kind of disagree with you on that.
Great defender. It's a great replacement for Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart.
Better offensive option, but I feel like it's a slightly less on defense. Just slightly.
I mean, I don't know, man. Drew is definitely one of the best perimeter defenders in the league still.
At 33,
I would
though.
put him up there. I mean, but I think he's still in good shape, man. He uses his body well. He has a lot of strength. He's a good player, man. I think he's an upgrade for them at the point guard spot. And I think Porzingis as well is a good... I kind of like what they're doing there. I didn't like it at first, but I'm starting to rock with it. But these are my sleepers. I got a few for you. I got about 2. And Philly, I think, might actually drop 2. I didn't mention that earlier. OKC, definitely love what they're doing, man. What they have, the young talent there. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Who?
Chet coming back.
Chet coming back. Yes, exactly.
Actually being able to play.
Yes, Chet is. We forgot about Chet. You know what I mean? But him. Ooh, that matchup between him and Wemby.
Victor?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. So mark that on your calendar as well. That's gonna be a good one. 2 7'5" dudes crossing each other up, shooting threes. But I think OKC is a big one. Watch out for OKC. And I think I'll say this real quick. Anthony Edwards, definitely in for a big year. I think he's going to be averaging close to 30 this year. I think he's like 28, 29. I can definitely see it. And watch out for the Rockets. Watch out for the Rockets, man. Dylan Brooks, baller.
Here you go again.
Dylan Brooks is going to lead this team, bro. I'm telling you, like, they need that type of dog presence with him.
If Dylan Brooks is your leader, you are going to win 30 games.
I'm not saying he's gonna be the best player on the team, but he hooped in FIBA. You got to get that man credit. He dropped like 35 on USA, on us, to knock us out.
Who was he playing though?
Our B team,
yeah.
and the team. But look, I'm just telling you, man, he gonna come back motivated this year after they let him go. And then they got that young talent and the coach, Ime Udoka. People, obviously, Ime got into some trouble, but him coming back, I'm telling you, man, he's gonna have them boys ready. So I think a big season for Houston as well, man. I could see about 45 wins for them, for real.
45?
45.
Oh my God. We gonna bet on that?
What's up? What you want to bet?
What we putting on it?
Hey, I don't know, but you gotta wear something. You gotta wear
my Tom Brady jersey. for a whole episode.
All right.
You got to be a Brady fan and you have to talk about how Brady is the best ever.
Nah, you adding stuff on there now.
You got to wear the jersey,
well,
and we got to have
wear?
a 10-second clip. I'll wear this little ugly AJ Brown.
Wear the AJ, yeah.
You know how I hate the Eagles.
Yeah, wear the AJ. We're going to miss that jersey. I'm going to have to replace it for that episode. But
I'll put my Patriots one back there for us. You know
all right, so what's the bet? Let's be clear.
All right, so we have to wear the jersey.
No, I'm saying what's the bet?
45 wins.
Oh, yeah, 45
for the Rockets.
Houston. Yeah, 45 for Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going with that.
Okay.
All right, bet. That's later. Way later. That's going to be way later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So y'all got to stick around for that one because remember.
Yeah, we going to bet it, though. Atlanta.
Wearing that Brady.
Atlanta probably will drop, too.
Atlanta was the most average, mediocre team last year. How did they finish 41-41?
Terrible.
They were half and half at home, half and half on the road.
All right, real quick. So let's talk about obviously like the big. What's your big off-season move? We know like the big ones, but what's your biggest one you think?
Bradley Beal to the Suns.
Oh my God.
Getting Chris Paul up out of there. And getting DA up out of there.
Okay. Two
2 things that I've been talking about for the last couple of years that I've been hoping happen. Getting them out of there. And then we bring in a great player like Bradley Beal, it seemed like he lost his love for basketball because he was with the Wizards. The Wizards are horrible. We saw how Jordan Poole looked when he got traded there. That man looked like the life got sucked out of him after he was the happiest player ever when he was with Golden State. So, like, you see what the Wizards do to you. Bradley Beal is going to revive himself, and we coming down to the wire, baby. I'm telling you, Suns in 4.
All right, man. Well, look, obviously we know the biggest move that happened recently is the Damian Lillard to Milwaukee Bucks trade. That obviously is a big one, but I'm gonna go with a sleeper, man. I'm gonna go with Derrick Rose to the Grizzlies. Him and Marcus Smart. I think both of them are gonna add some like maturity, you know what I'm saying, to Ja Morant, helping him grow as a player. Derrick Rose obviously already been there, being the youngest MVP in the league, having that same type of explosiveness, but he had the humility, you know what I mean? And I think that is going to mesh well. I've been saying for a while that Ja needed a veteran presence. They need some veteran bodies in there. They had Andre Iguodala in the past. That didn't really work out too well. But I think Derrick Rose is a good vet. And he said he's not there to babysit. And he's not, you know what I'm saying? But I think just watching him, you know what I'm saying, watching his work ethic, knowing his story, he knows about Derrick Rose. So he know how hard he had to work to even be in the NBA still. You know what I'm saying? He had catastrophic injuries. Derrick Rose really probably shouldn't even be in the NBA, but the fact that he still is says a lot about his character and like his never give up will. So I think Ja will learn a lot from that. Having him in the locker room, I think they need to keep him around for a while. So that's my pick. You got anything else? Bet. All right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up and go ahead and get up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Keep rocking with us, man. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know what's going on. Share with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you stick around this long, you might as well subscribe because, we just going to keep bringing the heat. So we appreciate y'all, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. Peace.